Hello and welcome to the Empath online series. We are having our live call number 3 for topic 3, week 3. And this week we're going to be talking about clearing. So how we clear our energy field and how we clear our space. So firstly, I want to talk about why. Why do we clear and ground? So basically, we need to clear and ground our energy field because it allows us then to sense more and more of what is our stuff versus what is other people's stuff. So as sensitive people and empathic people, you pick up other people's emotions, which is simply negative, which is simply energy. Can be negative, can be positive, but obviously if you're wanting to clear it, it's negative and it's affecting you in some way and in some form. So if you're picking up people's energies, you need to clear it, because with empaths, when you pick it up, you pretty much embody it, and then you start feeling the same feelings: anger, sadness, anxiety, all of that. And then it starts to affect you physically, where you're feeling down yourself and you're feeling anxious yourself. And if you're looking around you and thinking, what have I got to be anxious about? What have I got to be depressed about? What have I got to be angry about? Chances are that's not your stuff. That's not your stuff. It's just simply stuff that you've picked up. So this is where we need to clear all of that stuff so that we can get clear on what is our own issues, and then we can actually take action and address our own issues. And that is actually the fundamental rule about energy work, because what you're attracting outside, chances are it's mirroring what's happening within for yourself too. So the idea is that if you're picking up negativity from out there, sometimes it ties in with what is happening for yourself inside. Okay, but it can be amplified, because if you're picking up other people's stuff and you're holding your own stuff, it becomes amplified. And then it's very, very hard to get clear on what you need to do. So if you clear other people's stuff up, then you can see where is that stuff within yourself that's mirroring that. You get rid of that. That's not yours. But thank you for the reminder that you have stuff within yourself that you need to clear and you need to release. And then when you have your own stuff here and you're clear within yourself, what's this about, then you can work on clearing that and letting that go out of your body, out of your energy field. So in essence, this clearing is probably the most important thing that you can do for your energies, because it's about getting clearer and clearer and clearer so that your vibrations can lift higher and higher and higher. And that is our evolution. We just want to be lifting our vibrations, lifting our consciousness. So if there's anything that you need to do when you start off with, is that constant clearing of your energies. And basically it is something that you want to implement on a very regular basis. And it is something that when you're first starting out, learning about energy, getting familiar with your own energies, is something that you really want to do every day. Simply put, you really want to do it every day. And then the more you clear yourself, the clearer your own energy field is, you are then less likely to meet and attract those similar vibrations. So then you're not attracting that, and you're more easily holding your own energies. You're more easily holding your own space. Doesn't mean that you never need to clear, because it still happens, because you lift up your vibrations on a consciousness level. You lift it up, then you move along with your own daily life and you do your work and all of that. You're living your purpose. Something else will come along, not as frequently and not as not as frequently as it used to be, but it's still there, And at this stage, when you're already higher level consciousness, you're probably doing it on an automatic level. You're doing your regular daily clearings on an automatic level, but then you'll have something big come up. Chances are that something big will tie in with cosmic shifts and universal shifts. So pretty much you have a mass shift in consciousness for a lot of people. And that is when you will get affected. And that is when you need to come back to your basics. You need to clear. You need to do all your conscious clearing stuff and get onto it. So you really never get away from clearing, because that is part of our evolution. That is part of our journey. And the other bit I want to talk about is the importance of self-care and how hard it is for empaths. Now, with people who are sensitive and caring souls, and that's part of being empathic, being an empath, is that you are so busy looking after everyone else that you forget about your own stuff. You forget about your own self. So this is where coming back to your clearing practices, coming back to your clearing routines and schedules, this is where you can fit it in. You can fit in your own self-care, and you can fit in your clearing on a regular basis and keep your energy fields clear. And why this is important is that, you know what? You play a big role. You play an important role in helping the other people around you. And unless you work on yourself, because that is primary role. You know, if you go around rescuing other people, it only gets you so far. But when you start focusing on your own stuff and your own body, your own energy, and your own self-care and your own shit, basically, other people around you will shift. So that is what I find again and again and again. People who come and see me, they are struggling because they are struggling to help shift other people. But it comes back down to within ourselves. When we shift ourselves, other people will shift. Maybe they will react strongly at first because, they are tied in with you. They've gotten their energy matched from you for quite a long time in a certain pattern. They get energy from you, you give to them. That's how they like it, because it's easy for them. It's easy for them to get their energy from you. But when you stop giving them energy and you start looking after yourself first, they're going, I'm not getting my needs met. I have to start looking after myself now. So of course they're going to fight it. They're going to fight it. And they are going to create resistance for you when you're first starting to look after yourself more. You know what? That is when you know you're doing a good job, and that is when you know you're on the right track. So keep doing it, keep focusing on yourself, keep clearing your own shit, because you see what they're throwing at you to get back to giving them energy. Clear that pattern, cutting cords, clear that pattern, clear the emotions that come up, all that guilt that you're feeling about looking after yourself first and putting yourself first. Clear all of that and hold strong within yourself that this is where you're going. This is what you're doing. This is about me. This is where I'm clearing myself, so that it's for my highest purpose. And they will it becomes then a mirror for them, whether do they need to shift themselves, do they need to make changes within themselves, or really is it time for them to go. So the reality is, when you first start on this journey of putting yourself first, there will be people who will change themselves and they will shift themselves just by seeing what you're doing, being inspired by what you're doing. They will shift too, and they will mirror your journey. And they are right along with you on your journey. Wow. Soulmate, soul group, brilliant. Soul contract, brilliant. The ones who don't want to change, the ones who don't want your highest good, they don't see that what you're doing is for your highest good, and they need to start looking after themselves for their own highest good. The one who won't see that and won't face their own stuff, they have a choice. And again, it comes down to free will. Their choice is then, if their choice is then to leave and not be your friend anymore, not continue contact as a family member, whatever it is, that's their choice, that's their free will. You need to let that go. I'm not saying it's easy. It can be really hard, especially if you've been in that pattern for a very long time. But it is important, because if you see them carrying if they are a source of negativity for you, and you realize now that you need to clear that source of negativity for your own health, for your own highest good, then you need to let that go, and you need to let that relationship go. Who knows? Chances are they would go on and do their own journey, and they'll come back later. We don't know. We don't know. Universe, it's very, very hard to tell, unless you tune in. But this is where you will get challenged to let go of things that no longer serve you. And if people and relationships that are continuously negative, a continuous source of negativity for you, and they are holding you back from being your highest self, then chances are you need to put some boundaries, and you need to cut energy cords, and you need to let them go so that they can have a choice of what they wish to do for their own evolution, for their own journey. So big stuff here, and that can bring up a lot of emotional stuff, and this is where you come back to your basics. Clear the feelings, clear the emotions, let it go. And cutting cords as well, that's one of the meditations that I've put up in the course itself. That's a really important one as well. Keep cutting cords. So keep doing that, and that will help you as well to stay clear and focused on what your journey is. Okay, let's go into the different tools. These are some of the tools. They are by no means exhaustive. So being out in nature, that helps clear and ground us. Really physically, consciously earthing, so getting out into dirt, getting out into soil, getting out into sand, putting your feet into the ground, putting your feet into earth. For me, gardening, putting my hands into dirt, even sitting your bum down on the earth. That's very powerful, clearing and grounding. For women, I call it putting your yoni, your your physical bum base chakra right down into earth, and that is very powerful earthing and clearing. Water bodies, ocean, springs, natural water bodies are really good clearing. What else? Showers, bath, those are really good as well. So water is actually very clearing because it helps us let go. And water ties in with emotions as well. So water is actually quite fantastic at clearing our emotions and getting rid of what we're holding on and letting that go. Salt is another good one. Being out in the ocean again, the salt water, or throwing some salt into your bath, making a salt scrub, and using that in the shower as well. So I found that was really powerful when I was first starting my journey to use salt to clear. And smudging is a traditional practice in many indigenous cultures. You use a smudge bundle, or you use sacred grass or clearing grass. So that's pretty powerful as well, to just clear the space, the energy, your energy field, and your physical space, clearing those negative energies. Prayer is also another good one. Really, prayer forms one of my standard tools in my toolkit. Constantly throughout my day, if I feel the need to clear, I call on my guides, I work closely with my guides, I call on the archangels to help with clearing. Foods can be clearing as well. So if you find yourself being drawn to salt foods, salt foods actually help with sodium and phosphorus, sodium and potassium. So salt helps with magnesium absorption. So when we're stressed out, we need more magnesium. So we would either be drawn to eating chocolate, So cacao holds the highest levels of magnesium amongst all foods, or green leafy vegetables, they hold magnesium as well. So, and then you're craving salt, so to help magnesium absorption. For some people, for me especially, I go for carbs. So potatoes, rice, all of those stuff that comes from the ground. I crave it because it helps me ground, especially after doing energy work. I really use, nourishing foods to help me ground and clear. Crystals are really good for clearing our energies, particularly the crystal quartz, the quartzes, like this one. This one's a Lemurian quartz. Quartz are really good for clearing negative energy. Amethyst quartz as well, rose quartz, really good with clearing energies. But don't forget that you need to clear your crystals as well. And then essential oils. Essential oils are pretty good for clearing energies, clearing negativity, especially when you select, because different essential oils have different properties. So some of them, some of the clearing ones are rosemary for clearing, eucalyptus, most of the citruses are good for clearing. Most of the woods and resins are good for grounding, and the base notes like vetiver, which is a grass, and patchouli, which is a grass, they are both good for clearing as well and grounding. So those oils, if you use single oils in a spray or single oils in your auric field, or you make a synergistic blend for clearing with that intention that when you're blending, you're using this blend for clearing your energy field, clearing negativity, your intention is what matters the most. So with that intention, that becomes a powerful synergy to help you clear your energy field. And again, prayer ties in with guides, angels, and archangels. As I said, I call on my guides a lot to help me with clearing and visualization. So visualizing yourself, just letting go of any negativity. Visualizing yourself being in a shower of different colors. So colors can be, colors that correspond with our chakras can be energizing and clearing as well. So use whatever tools and discover more of what works for you to help you clear your energy field. So I'll share a bit of the different tools that I use basically on a regular basis. Some of them I realized thinking about it today, I use pretty much every day with that intention, that subconscious already intention that I'm clearing my energies. And making a list today, I realized that I do them every single day pretty much. So incense stick, so simple lighted incense stick. You can get different ones, just pick up what resonates with you. This one's sage. I use this one a lot. And also nag champa. I like to use nag champa as well. So I'll light it, wave it around my auric field everywhere, and also my feet. It's something that my husband started off doing because he thinks, yep, feet need to be clear. And then it ties in with my cultural background, where my mom, when we were growing up, was always telling us, when you go outside, when you come home, the first thing you need to do is wash your feet under running water. So you find that Muslim religion, you need to wash your feet before you enter a mosque. In Chinese temples, you need to take off your shoes before you go into the temple. So this is the belief that your feet can pick up a lot of negativity out there. So you need to wash your feet and you need to clear your feet. So my husband pretty much just combined those two ideas. And now this is our ritual with my 2-year-old daughter. We also have to sage underneath our feet as well to clear. So simple, quick, and shift things very quickly. Sage incense sticks are really good. And then you can put it in your home to just diffuse around your home as well. Or you can actually go around your home or your sacred space with the incense stick to clear the space around you. Sometimes it gets overwhelming. You're welcome to, after smudging yourself, to put it outside. Then on a bigger level, if I feel like there's quite a significant negativity in the home or around me, so it means that I picked up a strong body of energy. So some people call it entities. I just see it as a form of energy that is quite strong, a thought form, energy thought form. Then I use a smudge bundle, so a sage smudge bundle, and I'll light it up and smoke it. And I'll use different feather ones to help move the smoke into corners and around the auric field. So this one is an owl wing that I was gifted by my my teacher and Reiki master. So this is one that I leave in the clinic, and we use this to clear the energy field. So this is mostly known as a shamanic tool. Energy feather ones are known as shamanic tools. So I do feel a resonance with shamanic practices. So I won't call myself a shaman as such, but I do use some of the tools, and I'm still learning. So I'm what they call a journeyman, where you're still learning. So this is one that I use. Sometimes I use it with around clients to clear their auric field. This is another one as well. This is using vibrations, physical vibrations. There's some beads in this maracas, I guess is what you call it, and then the feather as well, hummingbird feather. So another shamanic tool. So those two, so combined feather ones with smudge sticks are pretty powerful in clearing stronger entities around your body and around your space. And then I have aromatherapy sprays, as I say. So these are that's specifically the clearing one. So it's a combination of eucalyptus, geranium. So geranium for me ties in with Mother Earth energy. So I usually call on Mother Earth a lot to help me ground and clear. Ylang ylang. Black pepper. Black pepper for me resonates with shamanic Native American beliefs. Is that black pepper for me resonates with our power center. So clearing our, whenever we feel like our power. Whoa, that's telling me something. Whenever I feel like there is, an aspect where I've lost my power somewhere or I've given my power somewhere, I use black pepper. So it's a really good one. Clove is also traditionally known as, use it as protective bundle in pagan practices. So clove for clearing. Rosemary, again, rosemary traditionally in pagan practices, it's known for protection. So plant rosemary by your front door for protection. So, and it also clears our energy field. So I use rosemary as well, and peppermint. So spray it around your auric field, and that helps with clearing as well. And essential oils and aromatherapy, it actually is quite quick, and it's also you can use it then when in a space where you can't light an incense stick, or you can't like a bundle. So that's really very good. This is another one. Whenever this is the orange one, which is about abundance. So if I ever have fears about attracting abundance or self-worth, really, because abundance is about your own self-worth. Whenever I feel I'm lacking in self-worth, then I use a channel blend like this, a synergy like this, to help move those energies. Oh, and this one, heart essence. This one, I like it specifically because I think we as humans are now going through a massive shift for our heart space. We're moving towards unconditional love, and we're clearing a lot of old beliefs about love, self-love, loving relationships, and moving towards unconditional love, and moving towards moving away from duality. So there's a lot of duality around us, so we're moving away from duality into oneness, and that comes from embodying unconditional love. So this is why I created Heart Essence, because I found that we're moving a lot of heart stuff. So this is a good one as well, because with love, with heart, we always bring up a lot of emotions and we always bring up old patterns, not just in this lifetime, old patterns that we carry on from our family, from our parents, watching our parents and their relationships and their relationship with us. We can be carrying patterns from past lives as well. So this is a good time to clear a lot of heart stuff and come away from that duality into oneness. And then shower, I do that, obviously you do that every day, but for me that's a clearing as well, and I really always need a shower at night, because that's where I find that I clear all that negativity that I've carried on throughout the day. So I always need to have a shower at night to wash all of that away. Occasionally, when I'm feeling quite like my body is clearing something on a big level, a bath, and then I throw in salt, I throw in magnesium to wash all of that away and shift stuff within my physical body, and then move that energetically away. I get out into the ground, into my garden a lot, so grounding and earthing pretty much every day, and especially the day after I've been to clinic, after I'm working with clients, I need to get out into the ground and just ground myself. Especially when you're working with high energies, you need to come back down. You need to ground. So being grounded is really important for me, and basically for a lot of us, because we are here as spiritual souls in a human body. So we need to ground and be in our physical body. So those are the physical practices that I do. So incense, stakes, smudge, bundle and feathers, aromatherapy sprays, showers and baths, and getting onto the earth. So by grounding our physical and clearing our physical, we also move the emotions and we also move the spiritual level. Moon, don't forget, we need to clear our crystals as well. So you can also do all of those practices for your crystals, except certain crystals like selenite, you cannot wash it. So just be mindful of different ways of clearing for different crystals. But for me, one important thing that I do with a moon cycle, with a full moon, is that I put my crystals out into the full moon. So that's another practice I do on a regular basis to clear the crystals that are our crystal friends. Now, those clearing on a physical level, that's all of those practices. Let's talk about clearing on the spiritual and energy, really energy level. So this is where you're just simply moving the energetics. So visualizations is where that comes in. So you're using your mind and your visual. And when you're visualizing, your body and your consciousness doesn't differentiate between what is real, what is physical, and what is visualization. This is why a lot of athletes, when they visualize themselves, when they visualize themselves doing something physical, their muscles are getting activated, and their part of the brain that governs those muscles are getting activated. So visualization, as research and science is showing, is actually very powerful and can shift things on the physical level as well, just by shifting the way we think and shifting what we're doing internally. So use visualizations to help clear and ground and remove any negativity. It's very powerful. Prayer, by praying and calling on your guides, calling on your angels, calling on the archangels, calling on your spirit animals, if you have tuned into them and you know them and you work with them, that's very powerful as well, because what that's doing is that's lifting your vibration. That's already tuning in with your guides. You're lifting your vibrations already, and that in essence will repel negativity and clear negativity. And then when you're specifically calling on your guides and your angels and archangels to help you clear negativity, this is where free will comes in, because your guides are always there for you, but they can't intervene unless you ask them for help. This is where humans have free will. You need to ask. And for empaths, it's really, really, really hard to ask for help. You need to get over that. So start by asking your guides, start by asking your angels and asking the archangels for help. They are infinite beings. Don't worry about bothering them. They are infinite beings that are there for, they are helping us evolve. It is important to them that we lift our consciousness. So they are there to help us, but we need to ask them for help. So call on your guides, call on your angels, tune into your power animals to help move anything that you're struggling with. So, you're moving, you're moving really quickly when you do that, because you're moving on that energetic level. Sorry, I need to pause that. And I need to pause record. Sorry about that. I needed to pause. And then coming back to, you calling on your guides, calling on your angels, calling on your power animals. They help shift things on an even bigger level. So if you see in the previous, it was in week 2, where I shared rainbow chakra dragons meditation. Now, calling on those dragon beings, they are power animals. Calling on those beings to help us shift things. I find that it's a very, very powerful meditation. So if you haven't done it, get onto it and find within yourself the shift and the difference, because at the end of the day, it's all about how you feel about it. So start working with your guides, start doing visualizations or meditations with your angels and calling on your guides, and see how that feels. And you'll notice how much lighter you feel after. You'll notice how more centered you are after. So go by how you're feeling. Go by always checking within when you're working with your guides, working with your angels. Always check back within. Oh, and one more that I prepared, but I haven't wrote down. Gongs. Oops. Well, what that is about. Okay, I think that's a reminder that I need to gong around here as well. So a gong, because music and gongs like this, and also those singing bowls, the Tibetan singing bowls, there's music and vibration, very, very powerful to shift vibrations. So you can find yourself a gong, find yourself a singing bowl, and they all have different frequencies. So you can start exploring, start finding out, see what resonates with you. Sometimes you can find different singing bowls, even crystal singing bowls that are created to tune in with different chakras. So you can find those as well. So they are also really good at shifting and lifting your vibrations and shifting stuff. So just play around, find out what's in your toolkit, start building on your toolkit to help you clear and keep your energy feel clear on a regular basis. Now, one that I would like to introduce, which I noticed that I haven't shared before, is violet flame. So violet flame is also another powerful visualization and working with our master guides, our ascended masters to help shift things. So violet flame, and Saint Germain is the ascended master, and he's the keeper of the violet flame. So the violet flame is a very, very high frequency flame that helps clear things on many, many, many levels. So you can be calling on violet flame to clear the physical level here, your energies here. You can clear lifetimes. You can clear past life stuff as well. and you can clear relationships and connections as well. So it's a very, very powerful, very, very powerful gift that we've been given to help us on our ascension. So I want to guide everyone through a violet flame meditation. There's quite a few around out there. So this is the one that I tune in and worked with often and for myself. And it started because when I was exploring violet flame, I was also exploring the power of words and the intention behind using words. So I created my own words to call on violet flame that works for me, and I use it with clients as well. But it's my way to tune in and call in into the violet flame. So you can use other meditations out there using violet flame meditations. YouTube has quite a few, or you can find your own words, or discover your own words and find your own connection. So this becomes sort of like a direct call that you're tuning in into the violet flame. All right. So just make yourself comfortable. You can be seated, you can be lying down as well, whichever, or you can even be standing, whichever works for you. Just try and have your feet on the ground if you can. So close your eyes and simply take several deep breaths. Try and slow down your breathing so that you're breathing in to the count of 4, holding for 4, and exhaling for 4. Let's do that another 2 times. Breathing for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4. And again, breathing in for 4, holding for 4, exhaling for 4. So check in your body, check in your auric field, and see if there's any negativity that you're ready to let go, ready to release. Just bring your awareness to that and not engage. And observe, just observing, seeing it there, and setting the intention to let that go. Okay, we call on now the violet flame of Saint Germain, the violet flame of transmutation, freedom, and forgiveness. So violet flame, I call on you now in my name. Brightly burn, burn brightly, transmute all desires and set us free. Negativity go, forgiveness flow. Around us now, tube of light glow. Seal our auras with pure white rays. Keep us safe and protected now and always. We can deepen the violet flame clearing by visualizing a violet flame burning around you, around your body, around your auric field. Flaring once. Clearing all negativity. Feel it burn up a second time. Transmuting all desires. Transmuting all negativity into love and light. And flaring up a third time around our body, around our auric field. Setting us free. And now you can send violet flame around your space as well. So see your space being cleared with a violet flame. Clearing all negativity. And if there's any entities around, any strong negative bodies around, simply setting them free as well. That they can go to light too. Now feel within your body what has shifted. See the space that's been created now that you've released those negativity. So what we'd like to do now is call in light to feel in that space. To see yourself reaching out to your crown chakra, reaching out into the universe, calling in beautiful pure light, golden light, pulling it in into your body, filling all that space. Pull it into your auric field, filling all that space. And then sending out through your body into your physical space around you, your room, your house, wherever you are, feeling that space. And sending it to the ground to Mother Earth. Mother Earth has recently gone through big shifts. So sending to the ground too. And from the base of your feet, calling in Mother Earth energies, helping you ground. So see from the base of your feet, roots extending out deep, deep, deep into Mother Earth, deep into Mother Earth. Calling that in. Drawing that in, breathing it in. Draw, grounding earth. Oh, I can feel vibrations now from outside. Really, really good vibrations are really good at shifting our base chakra. So calling in Mother Earth energies. Moving into our base chakra. Through all the other chakras. Up, 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 up to the crown chakra. And outwards. Now we're connected. As above, so below. And we are the connections between above and below. Breathe that in. Breathe in that knowledge, that sense of connection. Send that out into your auric field and into your space, holding that vibration for the rest of the day, into the week, into the weekend. As long as you need to. Thank you, Saint Germain, for the violet flame. And coming back into the here and now, taking a deep breath in, coming back into your body, into your here and now. Take a second deep breath in, coming back into the here and now. And a third breath, final breath, coming back into the here and now. When you're ready, simply open your eyes. Still carrying that sense of clearness and calm and peace and energy with you. So thank you for joining on with me on this live call and also on this meditation. And if you want to find out more about what this course is about, the Empath online series, contact me at Facebook Ray of Light, or you can send me a message to say that you're interested in the Empath online series and you want to find out more. Happy to talk to you more about it. We will be running a second intake come next month in April. So get in touch and I will keep you updated on when we are opening the course again. So thank you and have a blessed day.